do things differently, because as our reality right now is showing us, we need to be adaptable, we need to be flexible, and we need to practice that as a skill. And so if we can create little micro moments in our lives where we can challenge ourselves in a safe way that makes us feel like more alive. It's like, oh, okay, oh, I didn't know I could do that, or I can adapt myself, I can adapt my physicality to that, I can adapt my voice to this. So here I'm trying to find my way into the tree. So I tried from one side, now I've gone to the other side, and then realised I couldn't get up.
It's really lovely watching you trying to find the pathways in, and that we're getting to be privy to the unsuccessful attempts as well as the ultimately the successful one.
And the pointlessness of getting a twig. It's like, did I really think that was going to support me?
What I enjoy here is how there's a whole set of movements that you possibly don't use in your day-to-day. The kind of slipping and sliding, the crawling, the having to kind of shimmy up something.
And then it's quite exhausting.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's a kind of...
How high are you? Because you're hanging over a river here, aren't you?
Yes, but it's a bit of a trick because I'm on a hill, so I'm not that high actually. But the tree is overhanging the river. So then there's this moment where I just kind of land.
My impression is in that landing I get a sense of the puffing up of a kookaburra. And I can see that and hear that you also start to sound here. It's a really strong sense of presence. I'm quite mesmerised. My eyes are glued to your face and actually your eyes. But I have a sense of the whole, like of the tree and of you, the presence of you as an entity in the tree. What happens there?
Well, I'm just starting to laugh. Well, actually, I had a moment of real joy. Like you can see there that the touch of the tree, and then that moment of just feeling a little bit self-conscious and laughing at myself, really. You know, because I'm in public and I'm a 53-year-old and I climb a tree.
Awesome. Oh. And then and allowing yourself to be seen in the unorganised, you know, not slick version of tree climbing, if there is such a thing.
So the reason I wanted to climb a tree was not just to climb a tree, it was to somehow flesh out the experience that I'd been having in my meditations, where I imagine that I have roots of a tree, and I imagine that you know, that I am made of bark, and you know, that I am connected to the earth in a different kind of way than I am as a human. And so that really gives me a different sense of myself in the world. It feels like I'm bringing my senses alive more. So the touch of the tree, like the coldness of the bark, or the smell of the eucalyptus, the effort of actually moving into the tree, and then that moment where you can kind of rest, find a point of rest. All of those then have given me such a kind of deeper sense of the experience, so that then when I do take it back into my meditation inside, which is generally where we meditate, then I have all of that information at my disposal. So it's giving me a thicker experience, I think. You know, some people talk about a visceral experience. So it's, you know, I've got a memory in my feet. I've got a memory in my back against the bark itself. I've got a memory in my nostrils around the smell. And so, and this, a memory in the sight, like what I can see. So like I haven't, it's a very different thing to look at a tree and then see the tree, but then to look at a tree from the tree's perspective. So, you know, bringing those senses that often are kind of non-conscious, they're kind of sitting in the background, and augmenting them and bringing them to the surface. And that feels to me like the process of embodiment, a process of feeling more alive.